Normally.
Kind of tricky. I can't do it. I'm killing Trent. I can't do it. Perfect. Howdy folks, thank you very much. Yes, let's get into this matchup. VODS Pro versus OG. I mean, it's an awesome series to start the game. Steven, are you excited?
You're a trusty mage.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, we got a couple of throwbacks here, and one of the things I'm most interested in is like them just picking up this Alchemist first phase. It's really given me flashbacks to, I believe it was the We Play League, where they went with the Husker in the safe lane for mid one, and they did this over and over again, and it didn't go very well, yet they were really stubborn on making it work, and in the end, it kind of just, it didn't really impress anybody, and they kind of flopped out the tournament. So I'm wondering if this Alchemist thing is going to be this thing around. I mean, has this been popular in high MMR games, or is this something relatively uncommon which OG are busting out here?
The battle begins.
Well, a bit of trading going on here as we start off this game. Did this ball just get taken by the Enchantress? Yeah, yeah. No, she is not. No, she is not. All right, interesting start to the bottom lane. Meanwhile, over at mid, we got Thompson versus GPK, the Morphling versus the Kunkka. How does this matchup usually go? Yeah, Seb taking a couple of hits down the bottom lane, but yeah, I mean, it's all about just trying to get the Morphling low enough, force him to morph a bit of Agi, morph a bit of Strength, sorry, and try and reduce his right-click damage, basically, which GPK will try and do his best. I mean, it's kind of an interesting lane here because, obviously, just between the two players, I think they're very similar in play style and in terms of, you know, Thompson was that up-and-coming talent about 3 years ago. GPK has been tagged by just about everybody now as one of the most exciting new talents to the scene. Ooh, getting very low, yeah, on this Beastmaster. Forced to back himself away, but will be okay. Yeah. Oh, he's got Chen.
Forget it.
Oh yes, that's a lovely combination, isn't it? I mean, these guys, they've clearly done their research on the lanes and saying, yeah, okay, this is going to be very nice. He might take a bit of harass, all good. Just bungee cord him back to base and bring him straight back again. Similar to what GPK can do on this Kunkka as well once he gets that X marks at mid. But so far, a pretty sleepy lane phase. Let's have a little visit to the top lane, which you haven't talked about so much. Oh, Thompson, he's just being Morphling in middle lane. Nothing really exciting going on here. So yeah, Saxa kind of playing around the poles with save. Looks like mid one is having a slow start, but it looks like they've been pretty successful in disrupting the creep wave here for the side of VP up at top. Hopefully, that's we love to see a bit of explosions, a little bit of dynamic gameplay coming out, and that's what both of these teams are most certainly going to offer in this game. It's interesting as well. We were actually talking about the Magnus before the game started, and you were saying that you know, you weren't really expecting to see a whole lot of Mag, or at least it hasn't been popular in the high MMR games. But VODS Pro clearly still stuck in this Mag meta here. Do you think this hero works well in the off lane?
Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, very close in the mid lane as well as Thompson tries to run for the DD and just about managed to grab it. But yeah, Notel getting real low. Might be a first blood and they will bring him down. Ilias and Epileptic Kid get the kill at last down in the bottom lane. It is a lot of damage when this Enchantress goes for the impetus point in the level 2. And fortunately, Notel figured that one out the hard way. A lot of pressure being put up in the top lane as well onto the Radiant Heroes as the creep comes under their tower. They will be okay though. About all they can do is harass. Yeah, so mid one and Saxa. Hard for his save. He wants to interrupt, but he knows that he can't without throwing his life away. But meanwhile, VP will be able to grab at least one down at bottom, and yeah, it's just going to be a 2 for 2, so nothing overexciting for OG. They would like to get more, but with the heroes they've got, that's not really much of a possibility. As GPK and Thompson just kind of trading hits at mid lane as per usual.
You get nothing.
Very, very tricky for this Morphling to actually fool this middle lane to a Kunkka. But he is doing very well when it comes to CS though. 27-7 to 50, and wow, he's doing really well, GPK actually. guy is pretty good at this video game. I think that's fair to say, and Thompson's finding this one out as they get into this one. Yeah, so he's going to have to try and find some recovery somewhere. Will that come from the jungle, or will it be the classic Thompson gameplay of just kind of fighting? Sax are actually able to grab the illusion rune here, saving GPK. Are they going to actually be able to bring him down? I mean, they're not actually able to do anything to him. Sax are just allowed to take the illusion rune and walk away from 2 heroes. That's kind of interesting. Yeah. Yeah, and with that being said, I mean, Thompson just made a huge comeback in the middle lane after getting about 2 or 3 waves of uncontested creeps. He's been able to just rocket back up in CS to be neck and neck with GPK once again. So there you go. That narrative unwound itself just as quickly as it came up. There we go. Very volatile middle lane at this point. Very quiet.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Kidding me.
Yeah, living the dream. Top of the CS chart, top of the net worth chart as well, obviously, because he is an alchemist. And starting things off with this Void Stone as his second item after the phase boots. So clearly just wants the mana to spam out these acid sprays and these chemical rages, and along with the chemical rage, he's going to have a lot of mana regen to just kind of be sticky in this jungle and stay on map.
Radiant are scanning.
Stop you.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top
Well, they're moving up into the Alchemist here. Mid one's going to be the target. The boat's coming on down, but the guy's pretty tanky, but the boat coming through. And mid one is going to get finished off by GPK and saved. Nice rotation from the two of them. Nice combination of spells. And that is going to put an end to the Alchemist in the jungle. Great little play there by VP. Oh, and I love this as well, immediately moving up top, looking to put pressure on this tier 1 tower. I mean, if you take this tier 1 tower early enough, then you're just going to open up this entire jungle, and this Alchemist is suddenly going to start to feel very suffocated. And look at this, 4 heroes up here. I mean, most of the team are up, taking down this tier 1. OG's answer, well, they're going to pressure bottom at the same time, and Seb can do exactly that, but this team is going to be pretty upset about losing that safe lane tier 1 tower. Let's hope they have a counterplay in mind for it.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing right there. He was saying it's very greedy from the side of OG, you know, this Morphling and Alchemist. Both these guys are going to need a bit of space. I mean, one's not really going to be able to create too much space for another, and Ilias just comes in and takes this Alchemist creep. He enchants one of them and then kills the other. He's going on a bit of adventure. Yum, yum, yum. DM, you should have gone to the bounty rune at 10 minutes. He could actually be in some trouble here. Thompson with his haste rune, just going to keep on following this Magnus. Hey buddy, what's up? RP! Drop from DM just at the right time. I mean, it's not the happiest way, though. If they turn it into a kill, it would be the happiest way to use it. Let's see what they can do to Thompson here. Spirit Vessel's actually out onto him. Where did that come from? Thompson, he's suddenly in a whole world of difficulty. Going for the TP out onto the high ground. Nothing to stop him doing that. And he is going to get himself away. So that's going to be the RP put to waste. And a really nice space-making play from Thompson there. Yeah, that is the Conquer's Spirit Vessel coming out very early, but I mean, not getting a kill with that first charge is definitely disappointing for GPK.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
No. Yeah, 40 seconds still until that one is there. No RP, no ship, only Chronosphere. But they just feel like they're stronger due to the fact that, you know, they're playing into Morphling and Alchemist. These two heroes do not want to be on the map too much right now. But right now, OG are getting away with this draft considerably.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he will have to work very hard. I mean, I think that's what they were doing with this smoke we just now saw in the bottom side of the map, moving in, just got spotted. And the moment they were revealed, they were like, I'm scared now. But, oh god. Oh no. Mid one is doing his best Jeff Bezos impression in this game, because he is just getting money, money, money. Richest man in the game. He up. Yep, he's just doing his morphing thing, making space, gets the strength more focal with the Spirit Vessel onto him as well. This might be enough damage to take him down. Let's see what they can do. Yep, there comes the burst, there comes the damage. And they will kill off Thompson this time around. So, I mean, his teammates didn't even seem to care. I mean, I think Saxa threw in maybe like a Fade Bolt and then Time walked away. They were just like, it's just Thompson doing Thompson things, you know, it's fine. However, mid one, oh no, the X out on Tim. In comes the Spirit Vessel onto him as well. The Stolen Boat, though, thrown onto him to tank him up. And all of a sudden, Virtus Pro, they don't seem to have that same spring in their step they had just a second ago. DM does have that RP, but in terms of ultimates, that's about all they've got. Everything else was thrown onto Thompson's face. And they're realizing that maybe they can't really fight into this horde. Look at the absolute horde of creeps here from No Tail and Seb. But Seb is walking in an interesting direction, maybe in a bit of trouble. The team coming to save him. Well, the roar comes down. Seb will fall. Saxa jumping into the middle of this, just walking into all these heroes to get off a big old time dilation. DM cannot find a target. He's actually out of mana and he's going to get cut down by Thompson. I don't know where his mana went. Oh, that Harpy Stormcrafter is being very, very cheeky this game. That is actually a huge pain in the ass for DM, as he actually ran out of mana for the RP as he walked up that high ground and ended up dying and just looking a little bit awkward there. But that was some really nice little plays there from OG.
Welcome back.
I love this gameplay from Thompson, you know, he's just playing this Morphling, and he's just casually walking around the enemy side of the map, forcing out a bunch of spells. Like, yeah, he's died once or twice, but then he just waveforms away. It's a really weird kind of gameplay he's using. He's just walking on the enemy side of the map. That's his method of making space in this game, and I mean, they're 3k gold up, you can't really complain about it.
My waters rise.
My thrift rewarded.
Yeah, there's been very little pressure put into him, what, like one gank into his neighborhood. He is feeling very unperturbed right now. VP, they need to find something. They've got this Mask of Madness and the Yasha on the Faceless Void. I mean, he's had an okay game. It doesn't look good when you look at this net worth chart, but he's doing okay. He could have had a lot more if he was just farming, but he's trying to make plays with his team, which you completely understand. At the same time,
Radiant structures are fortified.
here they go. Chronosphere comes down, landing onto two. Great Chronosphere. They managed to catch Saxo on the backline. Hammer's not going to keep Saxo alive for the time being, but no, they will force both of them disappear. No-Tail's going to go down as well here, I believe. Seb trying to save his buddy with the Roar, but realizing there is nothing to be done, running himself away, and that is just 3 clean kills from VP in the middle lane, and now they can look to take down this tier 1. And finally, this tier 1 will fall. It is 60 minutes into the game where it will die, but now the map really gets opened up for them, and they can start to put some real pressure onto the side of OG and start to own this side of the map. Meanwhile, Thompson going for a cheeky kill onto Ilias here again, just playing on the enemy side of the map, stealing the Void form, getting the time walk away. X-Marks drags him back, but he doesn't really seem to care. Even with the Spirit Vessel on him, Thompson is more than tanky enough to keep on playing, and they're going on the aggressive here. Just Thompson and Saxa, the 2-man squad, going 1 versus 4 without a care in the world, because they know there's backup coming. Mid one is nearby, and the rest of the team, I mean, well, No-Tail is nowhere nearby. He's off in the jungle finding himself some creeps, but the others Pro, just without their ultimates, aren't confident enough to go and fight this.
Get you out of the prize.
Yeah.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah. Yeah, because Saxon was doing the same thing. I mean, he's currently got time dilation. We saw him in the last fight running into the middle of everyone just to pop time dilation. Like, they clearly value this interaction a lot. And this is their way of countering this Faceless Void. And, well, so far so good as OG. With only 2 kills, might I add, I'll try to breach high ground at this point, or at least put a ton of pressure on mid one. Feeling very confident with this Manta, with his team behind him. More than happy to just come and sit up here. Meanwhile, Seb's going to get dragged back by the X-Marks. Enchant used on Tim as well. He's not too bothered though.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Haste!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, his spells just lend himself so much better to fighting than the Alchemists do, so he does want to be further ahead than he is currently. VODS Pro with that one really good fight at mid is certainly looking like they are taking this game into their hands. OG again, kind of just victims of this very slow draft, but they're trying to play the map as best they can, and they're doing very well so far, but at the same time, VP is tightening that noose as they start to put the pressure up in the top lane, and OG try to return it in the mid lane. Their push is very, very strong, of course, with all these creeps, with the with No-Tail's presence, and Thompson just full agi whacking away at that tower, so it is looking like it's going to be a trade.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire are scattered.
Yeah, there is always that threat. Does Manta get rid of the time dilation as well? Oh, okay. That's pretty nice then. Thank you, Theban, as OG just continuing to knock on the doors of VODS Pro. Hello, anybody home? An interesting game. A very tactical game, it feels like, in the opening match of the series. Who would you say is actually ahead right now? Because obviously, you know, the numbers look all shiny. 5k gold lead for OG, 4k gold lead for OG, but they have the Alchemist. Who really would you put ahead at this point?
take that.
Illusion.
Yeah, and you can see his reluctance to come up the river, come up these stairs. Oh, we got a smoke on smoke here. Epileptic Kid, he's going to find a huge Chronosphere, but no, he gets lifted. He wasn't quick enough. Another could jump around the Chronosphere, does eventually come down. The Alchemist's on the front of it. Maybe they can bring him down. Meanwhile, RP, dragging 2 heroes into that Chrono. An amazing play from DM to knock down 2 extra heroes. Oh, dearie me, it comes crashing down for OG Virtus Pro. That is how you Chrono. And DM just grabbing 2 extra heroes and just scooping them onto the side of the Chrono, plus them onto the side of it. That was beautiful. The hesitation from Epileptic Kid nearly cost them the fight, but in the end, they fix it, they come through, and they have themselves now Roshan's claim as their victory trophy. My goodness, what a play.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
There's just too many ultimates in your face to deal with at that point. Yeah, that was, wow, that fight was over before it began. I mean, you could see it setting up for something beautiful as they broke that high ground, but man, I didn't expect it to go that way. But at this point, can they start fights into Aegis?
Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, it's, when you're playing into these big cooldown lineouts, you kind of need someone to be going out and, you know, forcing them to use ultimates, really. Forcing them to use ultimates, forcing cooldowns out. Now, unfortunately, you know, whilst Thompson was making a lot of space for the Alchemist on this Morphle, at this point in the game, no one's really able to do that. But then again, I don't know. You're kind of looking for duos of heroes who can do that together. And when Virtus Pro are playing like this, it's just very hard to find weaknesses. Still, they are being aggressive on OG, interestingly. I mean, they know these ultimates are down for a little bit. The Chronosphere is not available, so they'll take the tier 2 with the space they have. They do have an X-Mark down onto No-Tail, though. This might be the consolation prize for Virtus Pro here as GPK gets on top of him. No-Tail with all his little creep army here. He's probably going to lose his life, although, that said, Centaur's going to slow him down. No-Tail on the run. Can he get himself away? There's an Astral Spirit following him. Torrent will miss. The most high-speed chase I've ever seen. Look at him, into the trees. Giving him the sidestep. GPK, will he see him? He will not. He just walked. He didn't have boots. Wow. Just bought them in the fountain. Suddenly realized, yeah, I probably need some boots if I'm going to get into that situation again. But just walk away. Apparently, that's all you need to do. That can happen sometimes. Yeah. He's got 408 on my screen, so yeah, that's one of those weird bugs. Sometimes the attack and move speed values are bugged for observers. Anyway, faces Void, having a bit of fun right here. Doesn't man to dodge the stun, very nice. We're on the backlines, but Seb's actually the one who's been put to sleep, and Epileptic Kid just gets him up and starts reeling away. They'll try and heal him with a Handy God, but it's not enough. The Torrent Storm comes down, just defending the retreat here for Virtus Pro as they back themselves away. But they might not be done. Epileptic Kid comes in from around the side, looks at No-Tail, gives him a bit of a cuddle. Oh, drops a Chrono again, catching out the Alchemist, immediately turning to aggress. But Saxa is there with the lift to try and throw him out. Can they save mid one, though? That is a question. He does have himself a Manta when he gets out of his sleep. Can he get himself away? The Manta pops, disjoints the impetus, and does get himself away. So No-Tail will be the only one to die here. He's going to fight back, though, in a desperate attempt to try and make this defense work for them. Anyone just throws out the stun on to save. Meanwhile, the backlines, Thompson finds a cheeky little sniping play. Can he get himself away, though? Well, he steals that void form, but skewered back into the arms of Epileptic Kid, who happily bashes away at Thompson, taking him down. Another kill for the side of Virtus Pro. He does get the kill onto GPK on the backlines, Thompson, but will also pay with his life.
Tasty, mate.
Yeah, well, OG kind of just saw it and they were like, oh, okay, we'll just wait here until that one's over, and actually kind of enabled Thompson to make the long wraparound play to then get the kill into GPK. So yeah, a bit awkward.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Yeah, it's a shame. He kind of was like, oh, my team will finish him up, but he was on the high ground here, and his team were on like the low ground down here. So with the chrono being at this point, they couldn't actually reach the Chen, so they just had to drop everything onto the alchemist instead. A little bit awkward, but still getting away with it. Meanwhile, DN, he's being controlled up good and proper here. Two Sentinels just chain locking him down, and he's gonna lose his life. A little bit clumsy there. It's another Torrent Storm, just I don't know, cosmetic Torrent Storm it feels like at this point. Guess.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Nope.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see how the next few minutes play out with these, with this next Roshan being the critical objective, really. And OG feels like they're back in the driving seat somewhat. I mean, they've always been in control of this map, it feels like. As pro, they're kings of the team fight, but OG are kings of the map. Meanwhile, Enchantress Courier is kind of just getting revenge on the high ground as the boy jumps in. Doesn't land the chrono though, as he doesn't really want to, and is now getting controlled up by the Chen. Very annoying, this guy, but with the Satanic, he's just not taking much damage quite yet. Now the man to jump forward, now dropping the chrono steer onto the Chen and the Alchemist. Once again, the same usual suspects trapped inside that chrono. Will even drop the RP just to make sure they bring him on down. Now look across the no-tail as well. He's going to pop the hand of God. Biltmore will certainly get taken out. Meanwhile, on the sidelines, they're looking over towards the Thompson, who of course has jumped himself into the middle of the fight, but unfortunately this time can't bring down the Elder Titan and will run himself away. So a very awkward fight there from OG. Again, these chronos, you know, as I said, kings of the team fight Virtus Pro, they are not going to go down easy.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, and like, let's be real, right? That wasn't a great RP, you know? The guy was still Chronosphere. I'm pretty sure he still died inside Chronosphere. The fact that they can just waste their RP near enough on this Alchemist, you know, the DPS RP, it's kind of just showing how good these team fights are looking for Virtus Pro right now. I guess it all depends on what OG can do now once these cooldowns are down, because, you know, Roche isn't up just yet. May respawn in 13 seconds. Both teams will know this. So it's really about what OG are going to get done on the map at this point. I mean, it's just a crazy game when we're at 17-4 on the scoreline, yet OG is still feeling like they're the ones going to be in control for the next minute or so. Crazy game.
Dire are scanning.
Short respawn, that favors OG. Some Galaxy Brain shit, but I think you might be right. I mean, now they jump forward. Seb just jumping into his faces right now. I mean, this is just a complete change in tempo from earlier. It really is cat and mouse, but a game of cat and mouse where the cat changes positions every time, every kind of couple of minutes. So into the roast pit we go. OG, yeah, they want it. Oh, great. There you go. That's lovely. Do love a bit of that. Mid one. They find themselves a conquer. Lift up from Saxa, finding the pick off here. Look at the damage they're doing as well. The Dual Blade is actually going to finish him off, and the RP comes down. Locking down his face into the mix right now, but even without their ultimates, they're still fine. VODS Pro take the fight easily. The only hero they nearly drop is GPK, but he manages to just about survive through it. And VODS Pro can now look towards taking Roshan. Man, I mean, oh, what? GG. Oh, okay. Well,
Radiant.
all right. I guess that's it. I mean, yeah, they did. Wow, that was abrupt. Okay, well, let's collect our thoughts, even though.
yang bakal mereka lalui dalam episod kali ini. Kayaknya kita akan buat ranking. Betul? Tak. Tunggu aja, keadaan turun baru kita kira. Ini merupakan cabaran yang kedua. Dot. Stars Malaysia Dramis menguasai generasi Z. Setiap Ahad, 7 malam, TV3. juga cakap mak kamu. Abang rasa kamu ikut kita orang balik kampung. Nanti bila dah sihat, balik ke sini balik. Kita siap dulu. Siap.
Doktor, satu adik saya ini. Dia 3 hari ini dia stres saja.
Tak ada apa yang perlu dirisaukan, Pak. Tanya, awak mengandung sekali lagi.
Betul ni.
Betul. Cuma kali ini awak kena lebih berjaga-jaga daripada sebelum ni. Okey?
Doktor, tapi tu anak saya ni.
Baiklah. Betul. Saya minta maaf, saya terpaksa minta. Untuk saya selesaikan masalah keluarga saya. Tapi saya janji dengan Datuk lepas saya dah selesaikan semuanya, saya akan bagi komitmen pada projek kita.
Sebenarnya, awak nak bercerai dengan Mona. Betul ke? Tak apa Laris, awak jangan risau. Mona akan take over sepanjang awak di situ. Ya. Macam ni. Laris, saya harap awak dapat bekerjasama dengan Nina sepanjang pelaksanaan projek ini.
Assalamualaikum.
Kau bawa apa datang sini ya?
Maafkan saya, Mak. Boleh saya jumpa dengan Mona?
Tak boleh. Kalau dia tengok macam soal dia NAVI susah tinggal. Kau pergi dari sini. Sudahlah Haris. Jangan nak cek-cek dengan anak aku lagi. Kau pergi dekat perempuan untuk pergi. Bunuh sangat kau. Pergi.
Maafkan saya, Mak. Saya tahu saya banyak buat salah pada Mona, Mak. Tapi tolonglah, Mak. Sayang. Abang.
Nanti datang kat sini. Kan kita nak cerai.
Abang tahu abang banyak buat silap pada Mona. Dan abang tahu abang tak layak pun nak minta maaf pada Mona.
Saya dah tahu. Apa yang minta maaf?
Mona, abang pendukung Mona. Mona, abang tak boleh hidup tanpa Mona. Mona. Masalahkan Mona, satu keputusan saja. Abang bersumpah menyesal Mona.
Jangan salah. Keputusan yang dibuatkan. Tengok gambar abang dengan Farah. Nampaklah abang betul-betul sayangkan dia kan?
Tolong jangan cakap macam tu, saya. Abang saya terima suara. Abang seorang termunak, kenapa abang seorang termunak?
Kenapa salah?
Tolong jangan sebut lagi nama perempuan itu lah. Dia bukan perempuan yang baik. Dia tipu abang. Dia bukan dia mengandungkan anak abang, dia mengandungkan anak Ihsan. Dia tipu abang hidup pun lah.
Dia tak pilihkan abang. Dia tak pilihkan abang sebab tu abang datang dekat rumah. Abang ikhlas.
Saya ikhlas. Abang jangan ikhlas. Abang ikhlas. Abang nak kita rujuk semua. Abang faham saya.
Abang jangan nak pulang. Mona lagi banyak. Dah sayang. Sebelum Mona cuba gambar-gambar tu okey. Tapi abang tipu Mona. Abang tetap tipu Mona. Abang hancurkan hati Mona. Sampai Mona benci dengan abang. Abang jangan ingat kita boleh baik semua macam dulu tau.
Abang tahu abang sakit dalam semua. Abang tahu abang dah hancur.
There was a thing in the woods. Then one year, out of the woods came nothing. Slivers of the mad moon hang forgotten in our sky, slowly aligning. It is time again. The tide rises and brings with it something dire.
OG's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. OG's turn to pick. Radiant team pick.
Mereska has arrived.
OG's turn to pick.
Enchantress.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Radiant team ban. OG's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. OG's turn to pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. You may now select your heroes.
Right now. No, I can't.
Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, we're getting into this second game, and it's kind of like a complete U-turn for OG, starting with a ton of aggression, and then kind of compared to last game where they just had like loads of greed. I mean, this team kind of definitely shaking things up, Theban.
They definitely have shaken things up, but I don't know if this is in the right direction. I feel like they needed to find like the middle ground there. Right now, I feel like if this game goes to the late game, Invoker gets Aghanims, every chrono, OG's just dead. They have no saves in their lineup. They don't have this super hard carry. They have a silencer carry. He can't protect himself. He can't get away from much. So OG, they've really put all the pressure on themselves. They gotta dominate the first 10, 15 to 20 minutes, like really hard. Get every possible Roshan. And the problem is they don't even have Roshan damage on OG's side.
No, you're right, they don't. I mean, they are really relying on their team fight ability, and they want to roll this game. That's what I'm picking up here. That's what I'm sensing. They just want to roll this game, and they want to find their momentum. They want to fight, and then they just don't want to stop fighting. I mean, this very much feels like OG. Just after last game, they were just like, we can't fight. It's so boring. We just want to kill each other. All right, let's just go for a draft which only does that. That's the approach here in game number 2 as VP moving into the enemy side of the map with the smoke. Will they find anything here? Doesn't look like. I mean, currently OG are huddled under their tower, but we'll see if there is any action to take place. One thing I do like is they've got a lot of answers to this void outside of Chronos. So obviously the Chronos don't scare. Hold on. We have a little bit of a kerfuffle taking place. They jump forwards onto mid one. Oh dear me, that's a lot of damage coming through onto the silencer. Can they finish him off though? It doesn't look like they can. DM really wants it, but he might have gone a bit too far from him, as the rest of the team are not really that committed to getting this kill onto the silencer. And now OG looking to maybe turn around with some hits. A little bit of a kerfuffle results in not much really, just a lot of damage taken from poor old mid one. The silencer and the Phoenix also dropping and the Magnus getting a little bit low there, but nobody falling. No first blood just yet. Just a little bit of patty cake being played. With OG gonna take up the bounty. Oh, it does result in 3 runes for OG.
I have seen like a top tower where 4 heroes on both sides are. I don't even know how they ended up getting there, but yeah, it looks like just 3 runes for OG gonna be a nice start for them. They're gonna need things like that. They're gonna need to get all the bounty runes, every small advantage they possibly can get. And I feel like Saksa, he's gonna have to go off this game alongside with Thompson and just keep on solo killing people essentially.
More or less, yeah, more or less. Well, Seb heading down to this bottom lane. He's going to be playing on the Sand King along with Saxa, and Neplex Kid and Ilias are going to be the responses there. But yeah, I did just want to mention, tap briefly on the fact that I like some of their answers to the Faceless Void, because they have got all of these routes available from both the Tree and the Dark Willow, and this is going to allow them to possibly get easier kills on the Faceless Void than last game, because obviously that's going to stop him being able to get off the Time Walks. When his last game, their idea was to kind of throw the time dilation back in his face, which kind of worked until the late game. He gets that Satanic and he kind of just kicked off anyway. So again though, you know, these Chronosphere answers are not really there, and again they don't have any egg hitters as such either. I mean, do you envision them having some big egg problems this game?
Oh yeah, definitely. Egg problems, they're gonna have problems with the bottom though. Faceless Void. Woo!
Wow. Okay, well yeah, there's the first example of that route not being available. Sorry, the Time Walk not being available because of the route.
So, Egg is going to be a problem. Invoker with Aghanim, but I think that's going to be the biggest problem, because they're going to have RP and the Chronosphere that's going to be able to blow heroes up.
Oh yeah.
With the Cataclysm in this game. So, I'm looking out for GPK here. This is going to be his show, I think, in this game, especially if they're going to be focusing the Faceless Void.
Yeah, and he could really use a confidence boost after last game. You know, it was a pretty rough showing from him, uncharacteristically having a pretty rough time. The lane didn't quite go how he wanted. After the first 5 minutes, he was dominating, but then he let his lead slip, and he was really feeling a little bit unimpactful throughout the game. But, oh, Seb, down to the bottom lane, going onto the Faceless Void. Do they have the damage to bring him down? They don't, and the Faceless Void will be able to time walk himself away. So this time the trade goes in the other direction, and OG are the ones who lose their hero.
I think
Yeah. Sal back up. Epileptic Kid, it's as if nothing has happened to him in this lane. They even have to use his own regen.
Yeah,
Everything's back to normal now.
It is. Balance has been resumed. Well, they do get the first blood gold on the side of OG, so maybe a little bit richer for them. What do you think of this
Silencer lane looking?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to ask. How is the Silencer lane doing? Well, so far so good. He's got himself a ton of last hits. Once again, save. Just trying to mess with the creeps as much as possible. But Midbond's actually taking Tame out of the lane to chase his Phoenix with Icarus Dive. So, don't know about that one, Chief. But nevertheless, he will return to this lane. But how do you think the Silencer is going to do in the mid game here? Because carry Silencer isn't something we're used to seeing.
Yeah, he's got a snowball, right? He's got to get a lot of items like power treads, hurricane pike, mobility, just be able to go in and out of engagements, maybe even a blink dagger, so he can dodge some time walk chronospheres. I think that's the only way that he's going to be able to save himself, pretty much. So he's off to a good start. He's got good last hits, but I don't think this Magnus is pressured at all at the moment. He's got like 2 range creeps in front of him. The wave is in front of the tower, so he's quite happy, I must say. And DM, man, I can't believe they're giving DM Magnus. Like, this man is just an absolute beast with this hero, and he always somehow manages to not get punished in the offense.
Yeah, I mean, I've been following DM quite closely since his days. I think he started out in just a bunch of different CIS stacks. When you're talking about CIS players, it's always a safe bet to assume they've been in Team Empire at some point, but he was in Aachen City Esports Club with lovely Funnick and some German players, and then got picked up. I mean, he's always been a very standout player, though, in my eyes, and it's fun to see him playing with his VP stack, where he's really being enabled by this team. He plays a terrifying Magnus, and yeah, if you guys are interested, his Sand King as well is also something to be feared. Another one of his standout heroes for sure. But yeah, 2-man performances is not something I'm going to be upset about from this guy.
Mag Void just feels such a strong left. Possible to got this Chronos here, you know, the Gary is always pressured by that, and then the Void just well, bottom though.
Oh, he actually gets finished off. The 2 points in Shadow Realm are enough to finish the job. Down goes Ilias. Yeah.
What sort of prize
This
is
Thompson
this?
is gonna be rotating a lot though this game. Last game on. There we go, bottom Epileptic Kid.
Alrighty.
Very early rotation.
It's huge, yeah. Let's see if they can make anything happen from this one as they poke down the route. The avalanche toss, my goodness, he just disappears. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, they get him. Wow.
Completely unexpected. from Epileptic Kid. No, there's no other mid player that rotates at 5 minutes. Like, it just doesn't happen. Normally, they might rotate at 6 minutes with a power rune, but at 5 minutes with a bounty like that, it's just level 5. And the main reason, because GPK just got like 2 free waves from all of that, right? So generally, you don't want to give the enemy mid that much free farm.
Just Topson things, having some fun with it, playing around. But yeah, GPK will be the
power
tail once again. I didn't manage to get to the arcane in time. Yeah, Save and the Invoker both getting on top of him, forcing him back and giving that arcane rune to GPK. Never fun to play into this arcane rune, that's for sure.
Yeah, GPK just having an absolute blast now. I think he's gonna keep on getting free farm this lane. He went for the Quas Wax build. This is what we normally see with Void. Like, you want to be able to fight early on. You have a Magnus on your lineup, so you don't want to go Exor and be a burden to your team as well. But then later on, you're gonna start scaling into your Exor when you have your Ags ready. Yeah. You're gonna have like that perfect build already to be able to blow people up, Cataclysm.
One of my favorite combos as well when you're playing with Silencer into Phoenix is dropping the global silence as he tries to Icarus dive away, so he can't cancel the Icarus dive, and he just comes swooping straight back into where he is. That's one of my favorite interactions.
There's also a point I was gonna make. Actually, Seb just kind of dive bottom. GPK TP'd in to that creeps skipping offlaner.
There you go, a rotation in from the Invoker. I mean, he is Quas Wex, so it is to be expected, but yeah, again, helping out the Faceless Void and spotting the wave as he now makes his way back towards mid and Save, just picking up whilst he's away.
Those are rotations, right? Because you're just using your TP, you know it's a guaranteed kill, so you just kill him and instantly go back to the mid lane. There was literally like no risk for GPK at all for that play, so very nicely done. And what I was gonna say was, yeah, it's very rare that you see people pick Phoenix into the Silencer just because of, you know, the global effect, but also last word. If you last word Phoenix when you're going on him, he cannot dive out because he'll just come right back because he gets instantly silenced and he's not going to be able to end his dive pretty much.
Yeah, that's the problem. Night's just causing so many problems for Save here. He's being so annoying, just interrupting the stacks and being just generally being an OG player. Really?
Yep.
Tops him with the Invis rune. Doesn't have much mana though, so no combo potential until he gets a couple of bolt charges in. But could look for a cheeky toss play. Nah, he's just gonna pop it. He wants the mana and then he wants the... Oh, he wants a stack. That's what he wants.
3 stack here. Take it away from the enemy. It's a very good play. If the enemy has a lot of creep stacks, you should definitely go and get it. It's like the same thing as stealing away your opponent's bounty runes.
Meanwhile, BM, he's in pretty deep here. His mid one and Saxa get on top of him and should be able to secure this kill onto the Magnus, just making sure they find it with the Bramble Maze, and he won't be able to navigate it successfully as he does lose his life. So, yeah, it's laning phase, making some really nice plays on the side of OG to bring themselves ahead, and this is what they need to do. They really do. Another thing about that stack, by the way, is it's another reason it's really good to take it at this point especially, is because it stops the enemy finding all their neutral items through one stack, which I think is actually quite an underrated part as jumping forward onto the Phoenix. My goodness, that's a lot of damage coming out from Sops. And can he finish the job? No, he can't. The Fire Spirits and Tiny's abysmal attack speed causing difficulties, and added up down the Chronosphere to try and bring down this Tiny with 4 heroes surrounding him. Topson will return to gravel. See you later, Tiny, as he gets taken down in the mid lane at a bit of an overextension. Could you call this space? I'm not sure.
I don't think I can. I think that was a very nice kill from Epileptic Kid. He really didn't want to stay in the bottom lane any longer. He would be farming much slower. He wants to move closer to the Magnus and just start farming jungle creep. So I think Topson just kind of gave him a reason to do so. It was a good try though to try to get the Phoenix, but it was very unfortunate he was not able to complete the kill.
Yeah, wasn't able to make anything of it. And now, well, once again, more poking and prodding coming out from the side of OG as they're looking towards GPK and Save, just chasing them out this triangle. Man, they really want to just take over this safe area of the map.
Yeah,
this
is so good. They gotta do this, right? They can't let the Magnus and Faces Void just set up shop here and just start farming away.
Under attack.
They got nice sentries, or they should start planting some sentries in here so that VP can't take the area back with some vision. Mid one actually went for Midas this game. Okay, I don't know when the last time I saw like a carry go Midas in an actual game. It might have been like a void or something in a completely free game, but other than that, you know, it's just not an item anymore. Hand Midas.
Really? Why is that? Nothing's
too
changed
expensive
about the item.
Well, it's way too expensive, and it doesn't give you any stats, right? So you're not tankier or anything like that. It just kind of helps you deal damage and, you know, farm a little bit faster. That's it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you like if the attack speed on Silencer with the glaives, so that aspect of it's kind of nice, but you don't rate it. Meanwhile, Supernova's going to get dropped here, actually, as they jump forward onto Topson. Tiny trying to get himself away. The impetus is doing a decent amount of damage, but Ilias, oh, you've got to be careful. The Avatos comes down, and that is one dead little deer stuck in the headlights as OG get the strike and move themselves away. But of course, they're not moving away from this triangle. Oh no, this is the OG area of the map, and they are making sure that VODS Pro know about that, and they are not going to be playing in this area for much longer.
Yeah, Seb is also up here. They really want to take this top tier 1 tower so they can start sitting in the triangle. This is very different, right, compared to all the other games that you normally watch. Most of the time, teams are trading tier 1 towers, top and bottom, but OG, they want the top tower. They know this is like the protector of the triangle, so get rid of it, take over the enemy triangle. But VP Prodigy, they already, VP already have Epileptic Kid in the bottom triangle instead, farming away over there with the power.
Yeah, and DM as well, you know, as much as I love his Magnus, it doesn't do that much this early on in the game, you know, it just doesn't have the way into the fights, especially when you're looking at the heroes on the inside of OG, you know, you can't just walk into this fight and land an RP, you're gonna have to get the blink. He wants to make beforehand, of course, wants to have the Axel Charge protection. Sax is just going for the solo kill here, getting in front of him to make sure he gets dragged back, and he's gonna be able to do it. Oh my goodness, the solo kill from Saxa, playing it out here, but now the Chrono's Fake gets dropped down. Epileptic Kid with another fantastic Chrono, does get caught in the Bramble Maze, which might probably be able to finish off mid one here, gets a bad fit, comes down though, saves him. Saxa making the plays, will give his life for it, but saves mid one in the process, totally worth it. Wow, what plays coming out from this Dark Willow down to the bottom lane, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, this is exactly what we said. Saxa is gonna have to go ham and start solo killing people at some point in this game. They want to win this, but Epileptic Kid making a mistake just like last game. He should have finished off that Dark Willow before he went for the Silencer, because Saxa managed to get his stick off and get that fear and get Silencer out of there. I think if they killed the Dark Willow first and together with the Invoker they went for mid one, he would have died.
Yeah, but that fear was able to come through because he went for the bigger target. He's a greedy boy, this Epileptic Kid. He really is. And now, well, Supernova just going to be jumped onto the Silencer's face. He drops down the ultimate, but can't fight into this because of the cold snap, so he can't bring down the Supernova. That is a wasted global silence. And No Cell might be going down here as well. Pops his ultimate as well. OG just throwing everything at this worthless fight. And they're going to end up losing both the heroes all the same. Topson, he's looking for the cheeky play on to save here. Avatos combo. It's not quite enough to finish the job, but with the tree throw it will be. GPK looking for a bit of revenge. Not sure we'll be able to find it though. With Ilias here, they do have a decent amount of damage. Topson just trying to keep close to the impetuses, and now, oh, Seb tries to come in with the stun, but gets blasted back by the deafening blast, and unfortunately cannot help out his teammate. A bit of feeding going on from OG.
Oh, that defense on the bottom tower, it was just so nice, and meanwhile Epileptic Kid is just able to farm on, you know, the entire time. Saxa, he's trying to be annoying. He's blocking the ancient camp with his body.
DM goes down at bottom. Epileptic Kid, he's getting frustrated here, popping that Mask of Madness, and Willow's just like, oh, yeah, okay. Oh, even trying to find the courier. My goodness. I mean, Epileptic Kid's wasting so much time trying to chase this little fairy, and she's just taunting him. Maybe they can get the kill with TK coming over. Another Shadow Realm being popped here. Has the fear, but unfortunately has no mana anymore, so surely this is the end of Saxa. He's performed admirably, but will eventually fall.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Epileptic Kid, he wasn't gonna just keep on hitting creeps. He was gonna chase that Dark Willow down, knowing that GPK is coming in hot with that haste rune. And now they're gonna probably have to trade towers here. But mid is already dead though. Mid one does not have a TP available to be able to come on top. So Seb is just gonna use Sandstorm, sit on the corner of it, and be able to blink out if VP actually commit to the tower.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, VP aren't interested though. They're just happy to get their triangle back. Their beloved triangle.
Oh, smoke though. Interesting. Yeah. Chrono is up, but Epileptic Kid just wants to keep on farming. Yeah.
He does. I think that's probably the right call. I think bringing 4 heroes to this movement might be questionable. I don't know, we'll see how it works out. It's all about efficiency though when you're trying to make these plays into games which are as high pace as this, you know, if you can bring less heroes to kills.
OG also smoking.
Quite nice. Ooh, they are.
They got global available too.
They do. Certainly do.
And they got two blinks too. Sanking and Tiny both got blink. This is OG online right here.
Yeah. And they found DM. Great target to find. Global Silence going to be popped to make sure he can't pop any RP shenanigans and just dropping down the ultimates onto him, bring down that Magnus and find the clean kill. And this is a huge kill as well because it's so deep into the enemy side of the map that now once again they're losing ground, they're losing space to farm in. It's very costly for VODS Pro to lose this, but they are looking for a counterplay here, I think. A lot of heroes huddled up in the trees together, getting snugly as they see No Tail. They've got down the cold snap with the sun ray. That's a lot of damage onto poor old No Tail. He is going to lose his life. Tries to go for the ultimate again. Loves throwing down a couple of these fat R's.
And here they're gonna rotate back towards the mid lane. They know VP is stuck around the bottom area of the map. They're walking through the vision as well, VP here. So they might actually take a fight with Thompson's Blink Dagger.
Yeah, Midwind's not great though.
In the back.
Sticking himself in the middle. Ah, this is why, because Seb's coming for the backstab play. Doesn't quite have the backup just yet. Thompson comes in though, but they do manage to get it open over. Midwind, he's looking over towards the egg. Can they finish the open time? Yes, they can. RP's not enough to save it. The egg falls. Elias doing a decent amount of damage to Thompson, but now with actually Saxa coming in, they can just drop the Enchantress in a flash. And that is going to be 2 big kills on both the supports going down, and VODS Pro can no longer defend this middle tower, at least for the time being.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Very good fight again for OG. These Blink Daggers, they're starting to really shine right now for Sanking and the Tiny. Epileptic Kid is going to get kicked out of the jungle bottom now.
Big target.
Oh, is he dead?
Thompson comes in as well. He doesn't get all the time walk inside. Finally throws it out. It looks like he's going to fire though. Thompson's not done yet. They're just going to drop the Chrono straight onto Thompson's face. They'll punish the overextension in the tier 2 and they'll be able to take him down. That is pretty costly there from Mr. Thompson.
Oh, that is so costly. Such a big kill too. Epileptic Kid had like a sliver of HP there.
By saving Tornado as well. Did they find a kill? Oh my goodness, that was sick. But now they jump into the front lines here. OG actually committing to this one, 3 onto 5. This can't work out well. Mid-one's going to lose his life. GPK looking onto No Tail. I don't understand why they're throwing bodies at this fight. They're really adding fuel to the fire. And another log gets burnt up as No Tail trying to work his way through the tree lines here. Need to get to the safety of those precious woods, but I don't think he's going to find it. And even the Sunstrike's finishing off. Nope, never mind. Elias will take it with an impetus. But it's going to be 4 heroes killed off over the space of a minute from OG as they start hemorrhaging down here at bottom. Oh, okay. Yeah, he gets the cheeky one.
Yeah, while GPK was chasing Seb over there, OG actually went onto the Faceless Void with the Overgrowth, and that's why they got stuck. They weren't really throwing their bodies, but they couldn't retreat any longer, right? The heroes are very slow, so while they're retreating, everybody would just get massacred anyway, so they try to stand their ground and fight and maybe get more traits that's favorable to them, but they just couldn't. Invoker just dealing way too much damage alongside the Magnus there. Alacrity Invoker starting to kick
Radiant's
in.
courier has been killed.
The obnoxiousness from OG here though, you know, we just lost 4 heroes. Do we care? No, we're still diving in tier 2s. Thompson, he's like, yeah, you don't have Chronosphere. We know your game. Jumped here though, once again with that Sunray, with this Cold Snap combination, and now DM's going to come in and finish the job with a skewer and a right click. Down goes poor little Saxa. This is a bit too much. Oh, Seb's going for the ultimate here. They might be able to do it. Global Science comes in as well. They're trying to bring down the Faceless Void. Do they have the best potential to do so? Doesn't look like it. Actually, they just turn around and straight up murder Seb. Okay, this isn't how this was meant to go. Thompson as well, in some trouble. He's going to get finished off, and the rest of OG can but leave as mid one goes to the TP away, and will get out safely.
I hate to say it, Nomad, but this is looking a lot like OG running out of gas now. I think not being able to kill that Faceless Void with a committal of Epicenter and Global Silence and trying to throw all their heroes at him is that's a very bad sign. And right now, VP, they feel extremely comfortable to just get out on the map, push out the lanes aggressively, maybe even push towers if they want to.
Is under attack.
Because the big skills on OG are on cooldown. The mech, it was like the mech plus the magic wand just made it enough for the Void not to even be close to dying.
Yeah, he was absolutely
They also got the,
there, I mean.
yeah, they also got the Sunray too, right? They can just throw on to whoever gets jumped later.
Yeah, I mean, Sax has been feeling quite invincible because he can jump into the fights, pop the Shadow Realm, and then, in theory, be immune from damage. But with the Cold Snap on him and the Sunray as well, that's definitely proving not the case.
This
Yeah,
game.
this high tempo from OG is really kind of coming back to bite them here.
Ooh, Manta completed now on the Void 2. That's gonna be able to dispel the sounds or the overgrowth, and he doesn't even need to buy damage items this game. He's got Magnus and Power, then he's also got Alacrity that's gonna be thrown on top of him. So as long as he just keeps on buying items that keeps him alive, the damage output will just come so naturally from the spells of VP.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, it's safe to say they've failed to really shut down this Void. He's still doing very well in net worth, got himself the items he needs to be a factor.
Another small
All about how they control him in the fight as Thompson jumps in once again, immediately going in for the face of this Void. Face of this Void's absolutely fine though. They'll drop the Supernova down as well. I like the kid baiting down the Chrono. Realizes he didn't even need to use it because Thompson's out of mana. All he can do is try and run himself away. Now they see him, and now they can take it down. Meanwhile, the backlines, Notel gets killed off by Ilias, but Thompson's the one who's going to get finished off by a Leopard Kid. Meanwhile, they'll chase down Saxa, save on the run. Seb's going to come in with the stun though, and actually the Sunstrike's going to miss because he's going back in. Saxa doesn't have a care in the world, but he is going to get finished off by Save. Just due to the flames, it seems. Meanwhile, Seb trying to play around here. They know where he is. They've got the dust. Bow strike up the high ground. Epileptic Kid will follow them. It's going to be another kill going their way, and now it's going to be 4 down on the side of OG. Man, VODS Pro. Is there any stopping them at this point? I'm not too sure.
I mean, this is what we talked about. 20 minutes. That's what OG had. The only goalie they were able to build up, it was about 3k, I want to say, before they started running out of steam. So that's what it looks like right now. They're going to take the tier 1 tower. This is the first tower going away of BP, and if they feel really frisky, or I don't know what the right word is, but they can just go for Roshan.
I like that word. I like frisky. Yeah. Get frisky. Go visit Roshan. Spend the night.
Exactly. I think that's that could be a really nice play from them too. They got so much damage up right now, and just picked up a People's Gift on the Void 2. More HP. You saw what happened in that last engagement. The Tiny went in, Avalanche toss combo onto the Void. He just clicked his Time Walk, full healed, pop time dilation, and then this Tiny just was like, alright, I guess I'll die now.
Where was the global
Can't do
science?
anything.
I really feel like OG were waiting for the global science there. Like, there's no way Thompson makes that play unless he's expecting that to stop the Supernova, to stop the Time Walk. I feel like...
I mean, he's got Manta, right?
Maybe.
So the global science
true.
won't even matter at that point. Just pops Manta dilation, then boom. The Tiny is just walking stone, essentially.
All right, give me some good news for the OG fans out there. You know, they're feeling pretty glum. Game 1 was a bit of a wash. Game number 2 not looking too great either. What can they do to turn this one around? Is there any hope for this team?
Dire's top tower is under
They gotta
attack.
smoke it. They gotta go into the back line. Maybe pop
Dire's
like
structures are
going on the
fortified.
face level. He's too tanky. He's got heals from his allies, so they gotta get the support. Maybe the Phoenix or even the Invoker. Invoker would be actually probably the best kill. He's only got a Spare Vessel, and he's going for a Solar Crest this game to try and boost up his Void some more first. So I think it would be a good idea to just make the smoke gank and hit on the Invoker, and maybe VP, if they try to fight it anyway, I think they're gonna lose that engagement.
Yeah, and it's interesting. We expected him fully to go for an Axe this game, but he is committing to the Solar Crest, as you say, to buff up his Void. Could be a really easy pick up from the backlines, and obviously with the Global Silence, you can hopefully deal with the Supernova, but yeah.
I think he's looking at his levels at the moment and how he's scaling up. Like, this Cold Snap has been very useful against the Tiny and the Dark Willow in the engagement, so he decided to level that up some more with his Quas, and then after his Solar Crest, I think we'll see him either go for like a BKB or an Aghanim's. We've seen right now, they don't need this Axe to even kill OG's heroes anymore, right? So that's probably an item that they will decide to buy later on in the game. I thought this game would be a lot closer than it is at the moment, so the Aghanim's would have been like that game-changing factor, or even in the late game, I think it's still going to be a very big thing. It's like a secret weapon, you know, BP are holding on to if it gets worse.
Yeah, they've always got that to fall back on, especially in the late game. We're certainly going to see it if this game gets to the Invoker getting to 25 for the max points and exhausts. So for now, we shall have to wait patiently. Shame. I do like casting some good old cataclysms. They're very shiny, very fancy, but not today. We've got plenty of other ultimates though, so I certainly won't complain. The RP gonna have Blink available hopefully quite soon. Did decide to go for the Guardian's Greaves first, which makes a lot of sense when you're playing in Silencer.
I like it a lot. It makes him extremely tanky, it makes your team tanky. He's got that cloak available too, not even going for the blink. I love this playstyle of Magnus over the, hey, I'm just gonna go for the big fancy RP and, you know, get like 4 people.
At least get the bounty. Didn't even get the bounty. Dying for nothing, but we'll get finished off. Once again, Cold Snap Sunray, just too much for Saxa to deal with, and he will go down for his greed. Meanwhile, No Tail, he's chilling. He can't be seen? He can't be seen here. Okay, alright. Trees just being trees. Very cool. Okay, now they see him. He's going to pop the ultimate. Meanwhile, Seb jumping in, trying to find the kill onto Enchantress with that ultimate. But meanwhile, the Corona's there on the backline. Dropping onto the Tiny. He can't survive it. He's gone down. Topson is out of the equation. And mid one, he's just having to run away. This is their carry. This is their big boy. And he is looking like a little baby boy indeed as he's going to get chased out of the fight. The Seb goes down as well. And mid one just runs away with his tail between his legs. Saxa blowing back into this one, actually seen by a Pokta Kid. But they want Roshan. They want the bigger target. And this game, I mean, it really is feeling like, I mean, VODS Pro are just like the big chads back from the gym, and OG are just kind of children of this one. They can't seem to take this fight, but surely they could dig deep and find this magic, but oh, this is not the magic we're looking for. And even the global silence comes out as well. Oh, goodness gracious, this is a bit of a disaster, Theban. Not exactly how we expected this one to go. Well, how some people expect it to go, I guess, but yeah, I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, they got the BKB on the Void, pretty much unstoppable. Alacrity and power plus Solar Crest always going to be thrown onto the Void. He's going to have an insane amount of DPS. They're going to get Aegis now, and the lines are being drawn. Alright guys, next up, we're going to take these 2 towers. They can't fight us. Let them come into us, and we're just going to destroy them. I think this is what VP Prodigy are thinking. OG, they really need to get this Invoker, man. He's the big factor in all these engagements. I feel like epicentering, going for the Faceless Void is just no longer the play, or has not been the play for a while.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah, out of mana, running out of health awfully quickly, and DM will cut him down, and actually see mid one as well. He is able to get himself back. No Tail in the mix as well. I mean, it feels like we haven't seen the full engagement from OG where they jump in with the global silence and like Toxin finds gets a free selection of targets. Again, it's been VP starting the fights, and that seems to be what they love to do when they're playing against OG in this series.
I mean, that play is like between minutes 10 and 18, right? When that really shines. And then at some point, people have like Manta or ways to heal up through that damage. So we're like well beyond that point. It's just not really going to be a possibility. But we can possibly see some surprise blink epicenters on Invoker and like try to blow them up together. He doesn't really have any ways to live through that combo. But he's the one hunting, man. He's 10, 0, and 14 on GPK. He's just absolutely destroying.
Yeah, now again, finding Topson in their jungle, sniffing him out and bringing him down. Topson just really unable to get the ball rolling in this one, or the boulder rolling as it may be. Man, 10-0, 14 Invoker, GPK.
Uh-oh, No Tail, he's been found.
Oh dear, another one sniffed out here. Yeah, the crew is on. It feels like one of them has a radar and just finding out these heroes wherever they are. OG. Again, you know, it's if there's a comeback here, then it's going to have to be some really special OG magic, because this draft is not designed to play from behind.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
PK. He's going to be tempted out by the courier. Well, he wants the hero, but I guess I'll sell for a courier, why not?
Dire's
I always take the couriers, man. They give you more gold than the heroes. Whenever there's a courier, oh, we're slapping that. Free money. They got the Lotus now too on the Phoenix, like he's had it for a while. Jeez, this silence or global silence is just Magnus bottom. That's an epicenter, by the way. Used up.
Yeah, they got him pretty low. Can they finish the job though? No, they cannot. They cannot at all. And now Seth, even with the Lotus Orb upon himself, will probably be fallen here as well. He's got the blink to get himself away, get him back to his teammates. And Superman has been dropped. Mid one's trying to take it down, but Cronus Spheres come down trying to defend it, and they won't be able to do the job. Superman comes crashing down. They will lose Topson, they'll lose mid one as well. Another 4 kills going away off the side of VODS Pro. Oh my goodness, I mean, I feel like they could probably consider calling this game soon, but I don't want to be that negative guy, but I mean, considering how early they called last game, it's feeling like this has now reached a worse point than last game did at the point where they called GG on that one.
Well, I watched Topson with Cold Snap on him try to hit the egg for like for the duration of that egg, and I just got immediately depressed. So
Did he get one hit off on it?
Dire's bottom tower
no,
is
he
under
didn't.
attack.
He has an Echo Saber too. He did not get a single hit on it. And I think yeah, OG are probably thinking like, okay guys, one more fight. We still got our buildings alive. Let's see if we can do something. I mean, they tried to epicenter some other hero other than the Void this time, but DM is just too
Dire's
tanky with
bottom
that
tower
cloak.
has fallen.
So let's
Dire's
see
bottom
what the
tower
next
is under attack.
plan of attack is here for OG.
Big boy in the high ground. Aegis, Alacrity, Solar Crest, Deadlighted Kids. Come at me is what he's saying. And well, they grab Seth, they scoop him out of the bases. Crab's gonna get taken on down. Scorpion killed off, no down goes the ultimate, gets it off. The Manta even hurt. They'll try and bring down Athletic Kid, but he's got an Aegis, not really even cares. I mean, they're not gonna be able to finish the job here as they will back themselves up on VODS Pro. They got one kill, they forced out a buyback. This is enough from them. BKB on cooldown as well from Athletic Kids, so they're looking to wait out. Although saying that,
Dire's
he's still
middle
hanging out in the
tower
front.
is under attack.
Aegis will go in 40 seconds, so gotta be cognizant of that one. Oh my goodness, they just jump forward onto that poor old Dark Willow. She gets taken down. They will take the Aegis, but will they be able to actually follow up here? I highly doubt that. And DM with the skewer out of the base. No tail, singled out, taken down, and now they're looking up that high ground. Mid one though, popping that ultimate, looking for the targets here, but it immediately gets purged up by just about everybody. They'll jump with the facade. He gets taken on down. That is 5 heroes dead. The towers are falling, and once again, a solitary GG from No Tail as VODS Pro. They take the series 2-0, and man, what a performance from them. I mean, really proving that they earned this promotion to be the main squad. VODS Pro absolutely smashed this series. OG, well, I mean, most people have warm-up games, but OG apparently having a warm-up series, hopefully in this tournament, as that did not go how they planned.
I think they're
Well,
battle
I tried.
begins.
Okay.
Lakad mo, Totoy!
Normally.
Denied!
Dire's courier has been killed.
The Dusk is always ready for a fight.
Denied!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Everyone first blood. And a point well taken. Denied.
Come and fight me.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's courier has been killed. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
Got it. Precious bounty.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The dusk is always ready for a fight. My thanks.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Beast bomb.
Coffin.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Fight. Elite.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, I tried. Okay.
Not what you expected.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm punching for you. Beast bomb.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Huzzah!
Do it with flair.
bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Money to burn.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, I tried.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Nothing could look for me.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Much appreciated.
Invisibility.
Dire are scanning.
Here I am.
Gamblin's life is all a gift.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Huzzah!
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.